Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole and today we have another episode for Evil Genius 2, and it is time to talk about the biggest problem to your reign of world domination. And let's talk about the super agents. When do the super agents come out? How can you stop them? What happens if they attack your base? And how do you can get rid of them again? And especially the last point is more problematic than you think. And let's talk about the super agents. So as you can see here, we already have some very annoying super agents on the world map. We have Mr. Agent X. We have... where is he? Ah, there. He's a little bit hard to see sometimes on the green for me. Mr. Blue Saint, he's also a super saboteur. Mr. X is, or Agent X, not Mr. X. Agent X is super investigator. Then we have in Africa here, we have this nice little lady who is also a super saboteur, wrecking bowler. And then we have in Asia, we have Symmetry. We don't know her real name. She's a superstar apparently. She is an idol super rogue, and it's kind of hilarious. Like, she is a star, but she's also a super rogue, and she's stealing stuff. And I haven't found the European/Russian super agent yet. Will probably happen at some point. But you might now ask, okay, wow, that's a lot of super agents. How did they show up on the world map? Well, it seems like that this is story driven. Like, at a certain point in the story when you were starting to... well, when you were getting a little bit known more on the world map and you did some main stories and some side missions, they slowly start to pop up in areas where you create a good amount of heat. And Symmetry was my first super agent, which showed up after I kidnapped a few people here, steal a lot of money in Asia, you know how it goes. And she was the very first to pop up on my island. Or, well, she popped up on the world map and then on my island. And so how does this work exactly? So as I said, they're coming out after you did some main missions, and they are starting to walk around the world map. And it seems like that they are only showing up in territories where you have a criminal network on. So they will not just go away at some point and, let's say, pop up in the Southern Smash Republic. They only show up in the regions you have a criminal network, which is especially problematic here in the Northern Patriot States, aka North America, because I have only one territory here. Agent X is basically permanently here in this area. So what I have to do very soon is to get more areas uncovered so that he is moving around. In Africa it's a little bit easier because, as you can see, I have 3 areas where Wrecking Bowler is jumping around to, so I can evade her a little bit more. And Symmetry is also okay. I have 2 areas basically I can use, but one area is always on the lockdown, and that sucks, so I have to also get more areas here. So what you're trying to do is, when the super agents start to appear on the map, is try to get as many territories as possible so that you can evade them. And now you might ask, okay, what happens if I'm doing a scheme in an area? Well, then you are starting to get into trouble. Because the moment you start a scheme in the area where the super agent is located in, they will start to hunt you down. And yes, even schemes which will reduce your heat and where you were just paying money for will hit you. So whatever you do in that region, the super agent will start to look into what you are doing. And after that scheme is over, they will strike you. And you can see that right here. I have already something prepared. We see Mr. Agent X already doing its work here. and he is interviewing witnesses and investigating. So what I try to do is I try to start a little heist on the one of the very important treasures. I will not spoil what it is, but it is it's a big treasure I try to steal. Something about Declaration of Independence. Again, small scheme, nothing too important. And he didn't like that. So he is now asking around, and I triggered him. That means he will appear in my lair very soon. But there is an addition to this. As you can see here, there is a scheme, which is the investigation of Agent X, and he will soon appear in my base. Now what you can do, and this is what I did here, I did send out my minions to interrupt this scheme. Does that stop Agent X from popping up in your base? No, it doesn't. Like, he is coming. He is set on you. You cannot stop that anymore. But if you don't want to get his team of agents in your base, so he's coming in with a good amount of minions, you might want to stop that. And that is exactly what I'm doing here. Like, I'm trying to stop him right now. There's also, unfortunately, I cannot show you this right now because, well, I triggered him. Wait, can I? Maybe I can. Ha! I can. Wonderful. I was actually afraid I triggered this. But you can also challenge the super agents. As you can see, it just would cost me 1 technician, 3 minutes, and then I would challenge Blue Saint, and Blue Saint would come to my base. Now you might ask, wait, why would I want to challenge a super agent? To get them rid from the world map. If you are annoyed that there is a super agent on the world map all the time, you can challenge them, you can basically fight them in your base, and then they will disappear for a certain amount of time on the world map. And you can move a little bit more freely. But that's up to you, especially because the super agents, like they are super agents I have some real problems with, and some other super agents I don't really feel like they're hurting me too much, but that is of course down to your own playstyle. Like Agent X, I don't care too much for Agent X. Like, I can control him with my playstyle relatively easy. Relatively. Don't underestimate super agents. The biggest problem for me so far is freaking Symmetry. She is my problem, apparently. And she, Wrecking Bowler. I cannot stress this enough, but super saboteurs, your base will be on fire. Like, it's not even funny. Look, if you are not prepared, your base is on fire. So be careful with them. But yeah, Agent X isn't too much of a problem for me, so this is why this is pretty good for showing. Another thing which is important to note, if you are already running a scheme in an area where the super agent is not located in, they will not jump into that area. So they are switching between areas now and then, and you don't have to fear that they are switching to an area where you are already running a scheme. So they will not interrupt you. You don't have to cancel the scheme. The game isn't that mean to you, thankfully. But again, when they are in an area, they stay there till you, well, do a scheme, or after 15-20 minutes, I would say. I haven't really stopped the clock on them, but I would say 15 to 20 minutes is how it always felt. They would jump to the next area. So she would jump from this area into the southern Anvil provinces, right? And she would jump around till I finally unlock more areas where she can jump to, which I really have to do because it's annoying. But let this run out. So we are running the scheme. This will go very quickly. It took me 14 people to stop this. 14. And not just workers. It took me guards, scientists, valets, technicians. So it hurts to stop the team, but believe me, it helps so much.
Truth and justice locked and loaded.
Yep, and he just arrived. He just teleports in. Lots of the super agents just teleport in. They are not taking the normal entry. And let me see if I can actually... Can I jump to him? I don't think so, because Agent X can be invisible. So it's really hard to find him first. Let me see, where is he? He has a blue trench coat. Oh, they are his hard-boiled investigators. Those are thankfully only level 2. So I just did disrupt the scheme, and there he is. Wonderful. And normally he brings in level 6 agents, not just level 2 agents. So what can you do now? Well, to be completely honest here with you, you cannot stop those people investigating. Like, I know that distracting is an option here, but the moment you send any minions to them and you try to distract them, they start to fight. They literally start to fight you. And even Agent X. So don't try to distract them. That doesn't work. Not at all. You want to do 2 things. You want them just to do their job. And then hopefully they will disappear at some point. Or you want to kill them. That's the 2 options you have. You can kill them without any heat. Or if you're producing heat, it's marginal. Like, don't you worry. Thankfully, those encounters do not produce a lot of heat. So it's relatively heat safe. And you can now decide if your base is prepared to basically stop them. Right? If you have enough traps, if you have enough rooms which don't create any heat at the beginning, so that they can just sneak around, and at some point they have enough, and then they leave. Yeah, unfortunately they're pretty good in deactivating the traps, so you don't really have like a chance that the traps will actually get them. Like, you can see it right here. Agent X is basically deactivating just the traps. Now 1 trap finally triggered. Also got, well, one of my technicians. Whoops. She's trying to get in, and she did. The good thing is I completely removed my weapon racks here, so even if they got in, they don't find anything suspicious here. I have cleaned up my first rooms a little bit and made them a little bit tougher to get into. So as long as they are staying in this area, everything is peachy. The moment they're getting into this area, it gets a bit more problematic. But we keep an eye out for them. Also very interesting, if a super agent finds a secret layer, there will be a little bit of a conversation being played between the super agent and your evil genius, and then they will fight. Your evil genius will protect himself. And the good thing is, like, basically all the minions, even though you don't have any camps in your layer, will come to you. Okay, so far they are just running around and stepping into any traps. Oh, my valet also got hit a little bit, but there. Who cares? Not too problematic. Yeah, again, I could now activate to kill them, but I think there is a playstyle for every super agents, what you want to do and what you don't want to do. And I found, for me personally, that dealing with Agent X is just letting him do his work. If you build a base in the right way... Oh, he is now invisible. If you build a base in the right way, he will not be as annoying. Like, fighting him now can cost you far more minions. Oh, he left the evidence. How much suspicion? Wow, this created 5, but he didn't have anything. So this is one of his abilities. He can planted evidence. He can just leave that.
Network has too much heat and has locked down.
And then his agents, or whatever agents are coming afterwards, who will find this planted network, will just take a photo of it and then get a lot of evidence. The good thing is here, you can just reduce this. Well, not reduce it, but you can destroy it. And then one of your minions is taken care of. You should do that very quickly. So keep an eye out on him. Like, where is he planting those evidences? And then get rid of them quickly.
A trap has been triggered.
But now, to entertain you a bit,
Sound the
let's do
alarm.
something. And
Agent X is somewhere. I find that intruder and
let's
kill them.
get rid of them, shall we? Because it would be a little bit too easy if we just let them get away.
That's what you pay me for.
Oh yeah, henchman power. Unfortunately, Barracuda, I like to, let's use his pistol, because he can kill all the agents super quickly, and even Agent X, he can do a lot of damage.
I look forward
And
to
he
the
disappeared.
fireworks
He doesn't have too
that
much health.
finally bring you down for good.
So, as you can see,
High alert. Cancelled.
we have cleaned this up relatively quickly.
A trap
And
has
now
been triggered.
those agents are coming in, but that would be too late. They will not find the
A
bodies.
trap has been triggered.
So, as we have seen, Agent X just disappeared. This unfortunately happens
Research has
with
resumed.
all the super agents in the game. So, you don't kill them, they just disappear. Distracting them doesn't work most of the time because they are just teleporting into your lair. And even capturing, they are getting away so quickly. So what you really want to do is, like, you want to, at least at the beginning, let them do their job. I know it sounds crazy. If you can do it, like if you have the base to let them do their job, or you kill them. That's the two options you have at the beginning. And as you see, Agent X is now gone from the world map, and I have a little bit of time to do something more on the world map without being interfered. This is why you can also send them an invitation to get to your lair. If you are saying, okay, I'm prepared, I have all the means to defend myself, and I just want to get them rid of the world map, that's one of the reasons why you can send them an invitation. So yeah, this is how you handle super agents, at least at the beginning of the game. Later on it might be valuable to use other tactics, but I haven't reached the point yet, so I cannot tell you about it. But this should help you, especially in the early game, if you are meeting the super agents for the first time, so you don't have to fear them too much. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like. I would appreciate that. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more Evil Genius 2 videos coming up in the next few days, and we will also have a lot of videos coming up after the release, like I'm not stopping there, and you also want to watch my live stream, first of all, I would ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate that as well. And if you want to watch a full live stream without any restrictions, where I can talk about the whole game, where I can show you everything, make sure you are checking out my live stream on Monday at trovo.live/ChaosMole. Yeah, it's not Twitch. You can find the link in the description as well. And we will do this on Monday, starting at, let me think, that is 5 PM Central European time, which is 4 PM UK time, and 11 AM East Coast time, and that is 8 AM Pacific time. All the time zones. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and most importantly, stay evil. Bye bye.